Did you know that Batman is one of the most popular superheroes of all time? He's been around for over 80 years and he's been featured in more than 100 movies and TV shows. But what makes Batman so popular? What is it about his story that resonates with audiences? Is it his brooding demeanor, his complex psychology, his rogues gallery of colorful villains, or the fact that he's just a regular guy who uses his intellect and detective skills to fight crime? Some of these theories might surprise you, so let's get started. Number 10. The Joker. When it comes to Batman villains, none are more iconic than the Joker. From Heath Ledger's portrayal in The Dark Knight to Jack Nicholson's performance in Tim Burton's Batman, the Joker has consistently been one of the most popular and terrifying villains in the Batman canon. In fact, some fans argue that the Joker is actually the main character of the Batman story because he is the one who pushes Batman to his limits both physically and psychologically. But what makes the Joker such a compelling villain? One theory suggests that the Joker represents the dark side of Batman's own personality. After all, they both dress in similar ways and use similar tactics to achieve their goals. The difference is that the Joker is completely unhinged and has no regard for human life. This theory is supported by the fact that the Joker often targets Batman's closest allies and loved ones, which forces Batman to confront the darkness within himself. 9. Red Hood. Another popular theory among fans is the idea that Jason Todd, aka the Red Hood, is actually Bruce Wayne's biological son. This theory gained traction when writer Chuck Dixon published a story in Batman Under the Hood that explored the possibility of Jason being Bruce's son. The theory suggests that Bruce Wayne's parents had a son before they were killed, but this child was given up for adoption. Years later, Bruce meets Jason Todd, who reminds him of his long-lost son. So Bruce takes Jason under his wing and trains him to become the new Robin. However, Jason eventually becomes disillusioned with Batman's methods and turns to a life of crime. The idea of Jason being Bruce's son adds a new level of complexity to their relationship and makes for an interesting exploration of family dynamics and legacy. 8. Bruce Wayne's parents. As we all know, one of the most pivotal moments in Batman lore is the murder of Bruce Wayne's parents, Thomas and Martha Wayne. This event is what drives Bruce to become Batman and seek revenge against the criminals who took his parents from him. But what if there's more to the story? Some fans have speculated that Bruce's parents may not have been as innocent as they seemed. In fact, some believe that Thomas Wayne was involved in criminal activities and was even a member of the League of Shadows. This theory is supported by the fact that Thomas Wayne was a prominent figure in Gotham City and had connections to some of the city's most powerful families. It is also worth noting that Thomas Wayne was a proponent of using fear as a means of controlling Gotham's criminal element, which is a tactic that the League of Shadows also employed. If Thomas Wayne was indeed a member of the League of Shadows, it would explain why Gotham was so corrupt and why Bruce felt compelled to take such drastic measures to clean up the streets. 7. Talia al Ghul. Now, let's talk about an interesting fan theory that suggests Talia al Ghul, the daughter of Ra's al Ghul, is actually Batman's wife. This theory is based on the idea that Bruce Wayne faked his death at the end of Batman Begins, so that he could secretly marry Talia and take on the role of Ra's al Ghul as the leader of the League of Shadows. Proponents of this theory point to the fact that Bruce and Talia share a deep connection and have a son together named Damian. Additionally, Bruce was willing to sacrifice his life to save Gotham, which is a noble gesture that aligns with Talia's own sense of duty to her father and the League of Shadows. However, this theory is not without its flaws. For one thing, Bruce and Talia's relationship was primarily platonic in the comics, and there's no indication that they were romantically involved. Additionally, Bruce was engaged to Selina Kyle, aka Catwoman, at the time of his supposed death, which makes it unlikely that he would have married someone else. Despite these issues, the idea of Batman and Talia al Ghul as a couple remains a popular one among fans, and there are many who believe that their relationship could have played out differently in the Batman canon. 6. a father figure. Did you know that some fans believe that Jim Gordon, commissioner of the Gotham City Police Department, is actually Batman's father? This theory is based on the close relationship between Batman and Gordon, who often work together to bring criminals to justice. In fact, Gordon is one of the few people in Gotham who knows Batman's true identity. But what evidence is there to support this theory? Well, for starters, Gordon is one of the most respected and honorable members of the Gotham City Police Department, which is an institution that's often portrayed as being corrupt and inefficient. This suggests that Gordon may have been a positive influence on Bruce Wayne's life and could have served as a father figure to him. Additionally, Gordon is a strong believer in justice, which is a value that Batman also holds dear. This shared sense of justice is what brings them together and allows them to work so effectively as a team. Of course, this theory is highly speculative and there's no concrete evidence to support it, but it's still an interesting one to consider nonetheless. 5. No parents. There's another theory out there that suggests that Batman doesn't need parents at all. This theory is based on the idea that Bruce Wayne is already part of a family, and that family is the Bat family. The Bat family includes characters like Alfred Pennyworth, Dick Grayson, Jim Gordon, and even Harley Quinn. Each member brings something unique to the table, and together they form a tight-knit group that supports each other through thick and thin. This theory suggests that Batman doesn't need biological parents because he's already surrounded by people who care about him and want to help him make a difference in the world. It also suggests that Batman's mission to fight crime and protect the innocent is a kind of surrogate for the parental instincts that he may have otherwise had. Ultimately, this theory is a testament to the power of chosen family and the idea that love and support can come from all kinds of unexpected places. 4. Lucius Fox. Have you ever wondered if there's more to Lucius Fox than meets the eye? Some fans theorize that Lucius Fox, Batman's trusted confidant and the head of Fox Enterprises, may actually be Bruce Wayne's half-brother. This intriguing idea is based on the close relationship between Lucius and Bruce, as well as the fact that Lucius seems to know a lot more about Batman's activities than anyone else. Proponents of this theory believe that Lucius may have been the one to inform Batman about the existence of the League of Assassins and the Lazarus Pit, which are important plot points in the Batman canon. Additionally, Lucius's advanced technological skills and access to cutting-edge weaponry suggest that he may have been working as Batman's supplier all along. Of course, this theory is purely speculative and there's no concrete evidence to support it, but it's still an interesting one to consider nonetheless. 3. Killer Croc. Did you know that some fans believe that Killer Croc, one of Batman's most feared foes, is actually his half-brother? This may sound like a far-fetched theory, but it's actually supported by some key details from the comics. For starters, Killer Croc and Batman have matching birth dates, which suggests that they could have the same parents. Additionally, Killer Croc's real name is Waylon Jones, which is a very similar name to Wayne, Bruce Wayne, that is. Finally, Killer Croc has a mutation that causes his skin to turn green and his teeth and claws to grow, which could be explained by a genetic anomaly that also gave him the ability to become Batman. Of course, this theory is highly speculative and there's no concrete evidence to support it, but it's still an interesting one to consider nonetheless. 2. The Court of Owls. The Court of Owls is a secret society that's been controlling Gotham City from the shadows for centuries. They're responsible for some of the city's most heinous crimes, and they've been a thorn in Batman's side since he first began fighting crime. But what if there's more to the Court of Owls than meets the eye? Some fans speculate that the Court of Owls may actually be related to Batman's own origins. This theory is based on the idea that the Court of Owls could have been the organization that killed Bruce Wayne's parents, Thomas and Martha. If this is true, then Batman has been fighting against the very people who are responsible for his transformation into the Dark Knight. This theory is further supported by the fact that the Court of Owls has a deep connection to Gotham's elite, which means that they could have easily framed the murder of Thomas and Martha Wayne to look like a random crime of passion. And finally, at No. 1. Catwoman. Catwoman is one of the most iconic characters in the Batman canon. She's a skilled thief with a code of honor and a complicated history with Batman. But what if there's more to Catwoman than meets the eye? Some fans speculate that Catwoman is actually Batman's sister, a long-lost sibling who was separated from Bruce Wayne at a young age. This theory is based on the close relationship between Batman and Catwoman, as well as their shared love for Gotham City. Additionally, Catwoman's skills as a thief and fighter make her a valuable ally to Batman in his war on crime. This theory is further supported by the fact that Catwoman has a habit of getting involved in Batman's personal life, which suggests that she may have a deeper connection to him than she's letting on. Of course, this theory is highly speculative and there's no concrete evidence to support it, but it's still an interesting one to consider nonetheless. Well, there you have it, 10 surprising theories that will change the way you see Batman forever. Which theory do you think is the most plausible? And which one do you think is the most exciting? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more amazing content. Until next time, stay curious and keep asking questions.